Are we drinking or both?
Are we?
What are you doing?
Yeah. So some variations of that, Goat Slayer. How's everybody doing on this fine? It's Sunday night, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's Sunday night.
It's been a busy day.
It's been a long day. This begins hour number 6 or 7 or 8 for me on camera. I've lost track. It doesn't matter. So we just figured we'd come on and say hi. A couple people have been asking for us to do one of these. It's been a little while since June. We had one scheduled for June, and that was one of the nights that you didn't feel so well, and so we had to cancel that. And it's been since then. So in terms of the answer, are we eating, drinking, or bothing? Or bothing. Well, that answers your question. We're not speaking proper English, so that's where we are. We just finished streaming the Cowboys-Eagles game with Kyle, and apparently I was supposed to be rooting for the Cowboys because they have the cheerleaders. That's what she said. I wasn't so sure if that was the safest reason for me to be rooting for a football team, but it was her idea. So, and then I still wanted the Eagles to win because who likes the Cowboys? And then the Cowboys actually did end up winning anyway.
America's team, America's sweethearts, and
cheerleaders. Babe, you're living in like 1985. I don't think they're America's team.
Sure are.
No. What's that?
That's what I'm going with. I told you why they've sucked for so many years that the cheerleaders, makes it worth watching. But you're right. They barely showed them.
Yeah, they don't show the cheerleaders.
And then they were all blurred out in the background.
Well, yeah, they don't show the cheerleaders on TV anymore because guys got sick and tired of getting in trouble for watching them on the the cheerleader story from so this is a good story. So my uncle had cerebral palsy, and we would get tickets to go to the Dolphin games and the University of Miami games at the Orange Bowl, and we'd sit in the handicap section because he had a wheelchair. And so every once in a while, we'd go once, twice a year. And this one particular time, I brought my mother's camera with me because I wanted to get pictures of, the players. We're literally ground level on the field. And I was 12 years old. And so I was snapping pictures of the football guys and the players and the coaches and everything. And then the cheerleaders were right there in front of us. You were ground level. The door, the cheerleaders were 5 feet away. And so, of course, I took some pictures. And that was back in the day when you had to take the film to get developed. And so my mom took the film. She got it developed. And when the pictures came in and she gave them to me, all the pictures that were of the cheerleaders had been removed. I went to my dad and I said, what happened to the pictures with the cheerleaders? And of course, he talked to my mother about it. And my mom said, I'm not going to supply my son with pornography because I had pictures of the cheerleaders at 12 years old. So it makes sense that my future wife would have a thing for cheerleaders. So am I in trouble if I have pictures of the cheerleaders?
You can't get in trouble.
Hey, David, made it pictures. We showing it. Oh my God. Let's see. Ghost Slayer says, when typing in the channel on YouTube, I got exclusively typed before YouTube autofilled suggestion was exclusively pumping for new mothers. Thank you, YouTube. I want Jaws, not youth breastfeeding. looking at the thumbnail realize a full gray beard will look good on me. We're getting there. We're getting there.
I told him to stop coloring it
I did.
when we got together.
Yeah. I stopped coloring it.
It looks good.
And the thing is since Karen left, the white is it's lessening. I don't know how that's happening. I'm de-aging. This because this was, I got this white, whereas I got this white stripe here, but it was bad. It was bad. And at least now,
Less stress.
less stress.
Less violence.
Well, nobody's throwing phones at my head. So that's a good start. Dave says, kind of how I got kicked out of the Boy Scouts for eating brownie.
See, he understands
Yeah.
inappropriate conversations.
Yeah. Exactly. My friend is my age and bald and colors his beard. Looks fun. Yeah,
How old is David? Do you know?
I think he's same age, around the same age as us. Oh, that's right. And Leia is laying over here on her bed. I almost forgot. So
I understood the assignment.
yeah. Zoom after this cat season, I'm sure you look like Gandalf. I don't know. We'll
Oh,
see.
he's the same age as me. Except I'll be 57
Yeah.
next month.
Next month.
In a couple weeks.
In a couple of
December
weeks.
15th.
There's an actual Dolphin game and Panther game on her birthday. So I don't know what she's going to go do. She's going to go find something to do on her birthday. I have a feeling, but it ain't going to involve me. So there's that.
Are you on drugs?
Yes. Yes. But
I'm going to be sitting here on my birthday either watching a hockey game, I imagine.
watching the hockey.
He said
Thank you for asking. Yes.
So, yes, there's a straight. We're going to be doing hockey on my birthday.
Well, we're going to be doing both. Kyle and I got to do both. Can't make that choice because that's the game the Dolphins play the Steelers. So we're not missing the Aaron Rodgers game. That's for sure.
We're doing both.
Eating key lime pie and watching hockey sounds awesome. Ooh, key lime pie.
I
Yeah.
don't know what that is.
What?
Sounds good. Key lime pie. What? I don't know what that is.
Chat, help me out here.
I hate it, but it's big down. I think I would hate it too, David. How did you guys meet?
Gold Slayer said, I said it for a reason. She's not from Florida, John. It's yucky, limey milk. What?
That sounds gross.
It is not, but we'll work on that. So,
yeah, that we're gonna be working on my birthday. That's right. This is our job. This is how we eat.
Hey, Patel, how you doing? Yeah.
All right. So, hey, want to know how we met?
Yeah. So read the question and
If you don't mind me asking, how did you guys meet and what attracted you to each other?
So you tell the story.
We'll tell it together.
Well, you tell your part of the story. You started it.
We met on Match.com.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I saw this face and I liked him first.
She thought I was fake.
Yeah, I thought he was too cute to be true.
She thought I was fake.
I thought it was a fake profile, which I had seen before on Match. So
yeah. Apparently, the selection of mid-50-year-olds in this area isn't exactly
and they don't look like this.
Stellar.
His profile was perfect, matched what I wanted, and he liked me back. And
yeah.
You,
so she liked me back, and then we started talking like throughout the day, and she didn't tell me that she got up. You were getting up at 2:30 in the morning at that point.
I had to get up at
she was getting up at 2:30 in the morning to go to work. So we were in the middle of talking early, and she mentioned that she had watched. She was stalking me. She was checking out all the channels, and she mentioned that she'd watched some of the men's videos, and then she disappeared. And I thought, crap. Oh well, I guess I blew that one. But what had happened is she just fell asleep, and she never told me she had to go to bed early or anything like that. She just dropped off in the middle of the conversation. She still does that to me too.
As you know, I don't like I don't like creating a habit of good morning and good night, and then people expect you to do it.
Yeah, Donna's not big on
commitment or
routine. Expectations or routine or consistency or any of those words.
Yeah, so I just kind of went to sleep and didn't say goodnight to him. We just started talking, so I didn't want to create that habit.
Yeah. She didn't want to create the habit of having the courtesy to tell me I'm going to bed now, right? Which we ended up having that habit anyway. But anyway, so I woke up in the morning and I didn't have a message from her. I'm like, all right, whatever. And you didn't message me till like you were at break in the middle of the morning. And I'm like, oh, I thought you were gone. Yeah. So I can't read the chat. Just got to scroll to what we missed.
Lots of bots. There's a whole thing. Okay.
Oh.
Can't blame Donna. Lots
of bots on dating sites. Yeah.
Cousin and her now husband met on
Match, right? Right before the shutdown and everyone lost their damn lives. Ain't that truth? David. Yeah, matches yielded pretty good long-term results. Jaws got heated that day, but kept his composure. I would have been lost in the sauce. Also, especially given his mindset during this state of affairs, the only good thing was 1 cup going for 2 cups.
Yeah, it was February the 7th. I think that was that our first date or the day we matched. I don't know, but that Friday I was here.
Maybe Friday, maybe February 7th was the first date.
Yeah, so it would have been this year. February 7th, we started dating.
Yeah.
As in, me and Leia came here and spent the night. He made me dinner.
So the funniest part of the story is that, when you're on Match, you dating, right? And so I had a date, and I'll tell this story.
The adult stream when the Jaws first did. Not that date.
And so I had a date on Wednesday, and the plan was if it went well, she was going to come spend the night Friday night. And so, but you liked me on Tuesday. I think we figured this out. You liked me on Tuesday.
Anyway.
And I still had the date, but I got to tell you why the date didn't work out. And then, so on Thursday, when we were planning what we were going to do for the first date, she says, just tell me what you want. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, well, just come over and I'll cook you dinner and then you bring the dog and you spend the night. I said, we're not going to have sex. Just that way you don't have to drive home. She's like, okay. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
But the date was a girl I had been texting with. Some of you on the hockey channel probably already heard this.
I think we told them this if they were here for the first story, the first Inappropriate Conversations. We told them the story.
Right. Oh, about the...
Yeah.
Okay. Patel says, fortunate enough, she many matched just to have a free meal.
No, I was looking for my last relationship when I was on Match. So I spent months. I was on there for a couple months, swiping.
Yep.
So I had no luck. Correct answer is BJ's and cheeseburgers, but okay. David does understand the assignment.
Well, who's making the cheeseburgers?
Right?
No. Donna struck gold. With the exception of some Well, she struck gold in certain aspects. She's not big on cooking, and so she just happened to
Wash the dishes.
find a man that prefers to do the cooking anyway. Because I'm a good cook.
Dishwasher's broke.
Dishwasher broke. Yeah. Well, it's in need of repair. It was a good dishwasher, and then we had a Bakelite knife, a knife with a Bakelite handle, and it fell out of the silverware container, and it landed on the heating element, and then melted to the heating element, and so that whole thing needs to get replaced.
The only way to make burgers is mix butter in the patty. So
Mix butter in the patty. See,
that
now I've never
so fattening.
I've never thought of that.
Barbecue sauce in there, but
maybe some ranch dressing in there.
You want to put ranch in everything.
No, it's a fair exchange.
Yeah, you were getting ready to tell them how I struck gold.
Yeah, because I was saying in the aspect of not having to cook, and because she didn't want to have to be domesticated, is the word you use. Yeah.
Right, I'm not exactly a domestic goddess.
Right, she didn't want to have to cook and all of that stuff. Right, and so she doesn't have to. Have I ever had Fritas? Maybe on the Roach Coach years ago.
Look up the photo.
What's that? Oh, okay. Look up a photo of Fritas.
You want me to do it?
No, it's okay. Leave the chat there.
How long take have Kyle?
What?
How long take have Kyle? Yeah, he said, who cleans and vacuums the house? Kyle. No. Kyle.
No.
Kyle.
What is this supposed to be? It's a Cuban burger. So is that the burger with the stuff on it here? Like with French fries on it? I think I've had that before. Yeah. So it's a burger with French fries, right? Those are French fries. Yeah, that looks good.
Bucks, are you asking how long take have Kyle? And then you said, how many kids do we have?
Well, we don't have any kids. Well, together.
I have 3 kids. I have a 37-year-old daughter, a 34-year-old son, and a 24-year-old son. And I have a granddaughter who just turned 1 in May.
Yeah.
And you?
What about me?
He said, how many kids do you have? I guess.
Oh, I think they know. Yeah.
Everybody here already knows your situation. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Bucks, Ray Bolts, Patel Ron, Goat Slayer, David. How did your kids take the news when you got together? They're happy for me. I told them how good he is to me.
Yeah.
Honestly, my sons are very happy.
Yeah, I've talked to
my daughter,
one of her sons. Her daughters.
She's a little bit overprotective and
she
likes spending time with me, and
we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
We'll leave it there. Kyle obviously was happy because he has somebody to sucker into buying him the big jars of dressing when I don't do it for him. And
because we don't argue.
We don't argue, yeah. So comparatively to the previous situation, he's pretty happy.
So I've been married 2 times, and then in a long-term relationship. So, like I said, I was looking for the last relationship. So we do everything we possibly can to not argue, say sorry, work it out before it becomes a thing. We have lots of experience on what not to do.
Yeah. The secret to it is just don't react. That's the truth, guys. If you wait to find the perfect woman that's not going to do all those things that irritate the piss out of you, you will not find one. The difference is just don't react. And the longer you don't react, they figure it out themselves. See, as men, if we point out that, hey, you blah 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 blah, right? Then they might have just going to figure that out on their own in about 6 to 12 hours anyway. And so if you just shut the hell up and just go take a walk or go fishing and go watch a game or something, eventually they'll figure it out on their own that what they did, maybe they shouldn't have.
How many women come back and say they're sorry?
Well, so sometimes they don't come back and verbally say they're sorry. Let's just say sometimes the apology comes in the form of either food or sex. And you just know that that's their way of, saying, sorry, I effed up.
I literally come out and
You
tell you.
come out, right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, because you ain't cooking.
I shouldn't have said
You'd rather say you're sorry than cook.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. I remember how things went down with Karen, so I was surprised you went back on the dating circle again, Jaws. I assumed you would take a break. He did take a little break.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm 38 and a walking catastrophe. I like the hockey team with the coolest logo ever. It'd be perfect for a single daughter.
Yeah, no, certainly after Karen, I mean, I took a somewhat of a break.
July and then February.
Yeah. I'm not thrilled with being alone. You know what I mean? I'm not really built that way. So yeah. What was the other question? No. Patel saying
how many women show account? I don't think very many women show accountability for their actions. I think I am a woman, but I think most women probably wait and say it's the man's fault.
Oh, sure. But yeah, David says again, BJ or cheeseburger. Yeah.
Best apology ever.
Yeah, no, look, and it's absolutely true, Patel. Not just my personal life, but as a coach, I've seen I've heard some crazy things come out of women's mouths to avoid accountability. It's pretty wild.
That's true.
And I mean, I know she's sitting right here next to me, but just she doesn't have a knife under here or nothing. Yeah, hands up. So she takes accountability.
He tells me what's wrong with me sometimes, and I'll go watch a YouTube video on what's wrong with me and be like, yeah, you're right. I need to work on that.
Like she takes, I don't have to. What happened the other day?
When I had to say I was sorry when you were walking?
Or
something else.
Yeah, no, that was the thing with the shower thing. There was something that happened earlier on that was like a bigger deal. Oh, when I came in from like mowing the grass or something, and you said something. What did you say? What was it? It was something about, I don't know if it was something about the laundry or something or other like that. Anyway, in the rare time that she does say something that, we all say things, be like, and then in our head, be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
And I used a tone that wasn't exactly pleasant.
Right. I don't ever have to say anything. She 99.9% will pick that up on her own.
I was leaving to go to the dollar store, and he's outside walking with Leia. I stopped by, and I'm like, by the way, I'm sorry for what I said in there. He said he knew I was going to say something.
Yeah, I knew she was going to come out and say something. So he says, what? Yeah, no, Donna will. Yeah, she'll completely come clean.
I know there's stuff wrong with me, and there's always room for growth.
Yeah, and look, we've both had to change a lot. I mean, I had no choice when after everything that happened with Karen and all of that, I had no choice but to just make a choice that I would trust.
Yeah.
If I was going to be in a relationship, that I would trust somebody, because with the shit that she pulled on me, there's no and on top of the things that I've seen in my life that Donna knows that we won't discuss here, but let's just say that the only way I could trust another person is if I just physically made the decision to, I'm going to trust them regardless of
past experience.
Yeah, that's the truth.
I can tell you why that is, but
Where, what?
Yeah, off. The man.
Well,
the man is supposed to be the one who's responsible for the family here and in next life. I'm the craziest Jesus freak you'll ever meet. Oh, me too.
So go ahead, read Patel.
Is he just kidding? Oh, that's getting on my nerves. I gotta figure out how to not do that. I'm 43. I'm single. I live with my parents, but I also take care of them since they are disabled. I can buy my own house, but choose not to since I will get the home from my parents.
Right.
But to revisit what David said, that's how I trust him to make the decisions. Jesus freak myself, and at him as the leader of the household. I love him, I respect him, I trust him, and he takes what I have to say into consideration when we make decisions.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to what we're going to do in the end, it's pretty much up to him as the leader of the household.
Right. And that's another rare thing. The way things are now, any of you guys that are single know the women will tell you that they want the man to lead, but then they don't actually have any interest in it. You know what I mean? When you actually go to do it,
then they want to be a strong, independent
woman. Then they want to be strong. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, some people think the wives submit part is somehow not what it means, but it literally probably means more like what I'm saying. Like,
well, yeah,
it just means trusting your husband.
Yeah.
To lead the household in the right direction. I
think the word submit is probably triggering, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of different meaning, you know what I mean, ways that could get taken, So what have either of us?
I'm still mentally checked out after mine ended during the first cup final. Too much mental healing to do. Having to bear the accountability for reality and delusionville taxes the mind and body harshly.
No, there's no doubt, man. There's no doubt. I think for me, I almost circled the block on going through too much. It was just like with the both dogs dying and then Karen leaving within, it was a 4-month period. Like I've said before, I went outside. I made a path in the fenced-in part, and I walked a solid 1,000 to 1,200 miles over the course of the 4 months out there every night. But I had the ability to do that, and had the time to do that, and with that kind of time, you can clear up a lot. You know what I mean?
Patel Ron said, and also I work from home and financially fine, but it's never enough.
Yeah.
Have either of you got so heated that you almost said something you might regret? I mean, we do. I especially have always been I now think about what I'm going to say, but sometimes I don't.
So basically,
You go outside and walk, I think.
I'll go outside and walk if I need to, but that circles back to the part where I said just don't react, because occasionally she'll say something and I'll just look at her like, and she'll sit there and she'll be silent for maybe about 10 to 15 seconds, and she'll say, that might have been a bit much, huh? Or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, it's okay. It's all right. I love you too. Like, as soon as she hears it back in her head, I can see her wheels turning, going, shit, I probably shouldn't have said that.
Sagittarius are also known for their blunt honesty. And I used to really be bad at hurting people's feelings with my honesty. And I've gotten much better, believe it or not.
Yeah. What's Gold Slayer saying?
I'm trying to not skip anybody.
Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead.
Patel Ron. I saw the hurt and pain my brother went through as a doctor and passing away at 38 from his wife.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I got red pilled.
Yeah, I know what he's saying.
Oh.
Yeah. That's rough.
Feminism has destroyed relationships, if you ask me. Yeah. I believe the same thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, the whole happy wife, happy life thing, and if you're not going to subscribe to that, like you're not going to have a big high success rate out there these days. There's women that would be interested, but it's almost like the best option you can have if you're a guy that's been through hell is find a woman that's been through hell. And then you both get together and like, let's just not do that.
No drama.
Let's just not do that. Like, there's any number of things that either one of us have done in this relationship or in another relationship, it would have ended up in a massive, whole big rigmarole, a whole big fight. And it's a choice. It's a choice. And when either one of us does any of those things, most of the time, what the other person's able to communicate, hey, how that made me feel or whatever. And we're both so disinterested in having any drama that whereas in previous relationships, you might have stuck your ground and held to your guns because you want to be right and all of that. In this relationship, I don't think either one of us really give a shit about being right. It's just like, I'm sorry, it's cool. Sorry, my bad. And even if you don't mean it, it's just like it's not worth the fight, because that little shit don't matter in the end,
Peace. Keep the peace.
Yeah.
Ghost Slayer. Stress is a mother on the body and can only be tolerated for so long before the body ultimately gives up. If the mind doesn't take its victim first. Worse for people who already have PTSD of any sort. Yes.
Yeah, it sounds like my brother Gene. Yeah. No, the stress like I said, this isn't color. This is the color of my beard coming back from after Karen and out it's probably more the dogs, to be honest with you. The 2 months of sleeping on the floor with Fluffy turned me white. If I wasn't already bald, I would have been bald.
And I've actually been to the point in my life where I've actually wanted to take my own life. So I've had some pretty rough times. So this is a total breath of fresh air.
Yeah. It's amazing when it happens. You just get two people there that don't want to fight.
Hopefully we can teach some younger people somehow to.
It's not easy though, because you got to have a certain level of honesty that most people don't want to have, because and we've had this discussion, not that she was on the opposite side of me, but one thing that ends up happening, I know it's happened to me, I know it's happened to a lot of you guys, is that information will get withheld from you that shouldn't be withheld. And then when you finally find out and you're less than thrilled and you're upset about finding out about being lied to, then they will say, well, the woman will say, well, that's why I don't tell you, because you get so upset when you find out, and ignore the part where you're only upset because you got lied to. You're not really upset over what it is that she did. You're upset that it got hid. And, you know, I lost my train of thought there. What was the question we were answering?
Just
Yeah, what was
I
the PTSD.
I had
Yeah.
been so stressed out that I'd wanted to take my life.
Right, that you had been so stressed. Yeah.
So an omission is lying.
Omission. And that's one thing, because we were talking about the feminism. That was my previous relationship, was omission in her eyes was not lying, even if you were asking, point blank specifically. And the women today they almost take their sense of self-worth by omitting certain parts and withholding certain information from the people that they're in relationships with. I've seen it in the coaching, and it's just, if guys knew, I suspect some of you do, and look, it goes both ways. You know what I mean? It's not just the women towards the men. It's just been my experience.
So Kazuma, tell Ron, I feel you. I'm the reverse. Just turned 40, but live at home since I have stress-induced epilepsy, so can't live by myself anymore, and it affected all my relationships. Yeah, Kazuma, I am pretty content. I wake up and do my thing, and I find my job as a pharmacist rewarding. At least I'm helping others. And then David said, not making light of your pain or how you heal. I will say the past is gone, and you're in a pretty good spot right now. Good woman, good hockey team. Beard is good. What more do you really need?
Well, I love Leia. I do love Leia, but I miss my dogs. I need more dogs. I miss, like, I've never been able to replace the getting up with them to take them to the river in the morning. Like, I've not gotten over the hump of what to do with my mornings since that's happened. 27 straight years to get up, take care of the dogs, and Leia's kind of she eats and she goes outside real quick, but when it's cold, she's like, let's go back in now. She's not running around playing in the snow.
Kazuma, that's one of my faults. My friends call me Mr. Tell It Like It Is since I speak my mind, no filter. That's probably where I was saying I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
And I heard it so bluntly honest, I realized I was hurting people. My past is so disgustingly pathetic. I try and avoid hanging out there. I wasn't saved till I was 40. Before that, I was a horrible criminal scumbag. Now I live simply and have joy in my life. That's awesome. Patel said, I agree with David. If you enjoy each other's company, that's great. I'm sure there are disagreements, but as long as no grudges are held, you two will be fine.
Yeah. And yeah. That's the thing, that it's a choice. It's an easy choice. You just get to the point where it's just nothing worth your peace. And if you meet someone else who is in the same position, you know what I mean? It's not easy, because disagreements do happen, but like nothing gets held. Like, I don't think we've had one time where we've had a disagreement, whoever like brought up, I'm upset about this. I don't think we've had one time where the other person's response has been like, well, now that you mention it, I've been upset about this, and this, and like holding things on.
Yeah,
we haven't done that at all.
We just talk about it at the time, so it doesn't build up.
Right. And I was the one that was most guilty of that with Karen, because I just didn't want to bitch and complain about things.
But for me, if he doesn't tell me what bothers him or what's wrong, then I can't fix it.
Right. Yeah, with Karen, anything I would complain about, she would just say, well, we shouldn't be in a relationship. So any complaints I had were just immediately set aside that way. What we got, I can't read it from here, so you're out.
David, but God would have to audibly say this one for me to ever trust anyone enough to have any kind of serious relationship. And that's another thing, is that all our other relationships before this one has been hard. I don't think it's only because of our experience. I think, there's some people who got together in high school and they stay together.
Right.
And I do think it's because you actually like each other, and he is my best friend and I enjoy spending time with him. You just don't say you're in love, but you don't like them.
Yeah, we like each other.
Yes, we actually enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
And I've never been like that before,
Yeah.
So I think that's important too. When you find the right person, I think it'll click. Yeah, you'll have disagreements and everything, but you'll be fit for each other and you'll know how to get through it. You'll talk about it, or however you guys decide that you're going to handle it together, and it'll just hopefully flow and work when you find the one.
Poor thing.
I know, right?
It's yours, right? You're used to it?
Not when it's all blown up.
Oh, I see.
Why is it doing that? Okay.
We're way behind. So
let's go. Yeah. That's what it's about. Two people who are both willing to say it's not worth fighting over to destroy the relationship we've built. People can have differences and respect each other's personal opinions. And Patel says, right, Jaws, it's never her fault. It's always the man's fault because he didn't do more. Shaking my head. Kazuma, I can also relate on that, Donna. After I became disabled, lost my job, my girlfriend, I wanted to end it. Lucky for me, I had some good friends and psychiatrists that got me through, but I still have those thoughts. I think sometimes you kind of always, every once in a while, entertain it, and then you have to fight it and go read a positive quote. Or if I didn't have God, I probably would not be okay to this day. Again, it's a trust issue. Do we trust our partner to be completely open and honest? David, I do not. Never the answer. Glad you're still here. I know someone, same situation as you. Epilepsy, had a kid with his girlfriend. And when hospitalized for epilepsy and money issues, girlfriend bailed.
Oof.
And then David says, many awesome dogs at the pound. Go get one, 3 or 5. We're not sure that Kyle's.
Yeah, it's a Kyle thing. And I'm not trying to throw him under the bus. But like Leia really took to him and kind of demands a lot of attention from Kyle. And I think he was it was hard for him, both dogs. You remember Ellie passed when he wasn't home, and then Fluffy immediately just went right downhill. And it was a lot for him. And if we get that many dogs, so obviously they take to him, and he ends up caring for them and all of that. So kind of having to take him into consideration right now. But I'm hopeful within, maybe another 6 months that we can go to the pound, go to the Humane Society. There was one we were thinking about getting, but
Luke Skybarker.
Yeah, Luke Skybarker. Now, when Donna got Leia at her Humane Society, they named her Princess Leia. And so there's this dog, it's another pit that's over by my house that's free at this point because he's sponsored, and he's Luke Skybarker. And I just don't know if I could do it if Kyle's ready or not. I think Leia kind of he's good with her, but Leia kind of got pushed on him. You know what I mean? Because I met Donna. I'm like, oh, there's a dog, and so he didn't have much of a choice. You know.
All right, David. Since we're all being all healthy and uplifting and honest, I'll tell you something y'all will find funny. I kind of do too, but it's really embarrassing. He's talking about his friend up here that he felt awful for him too.
Right.
I laugh at horribly inappropriate times. That's what I do.
Hmm.
It's why I don't attend funerals and weddings. I do the same thing because it hurts so bad. Like I laugh. Yeah. I guess because
learned with me.
I feel very deeply.
Yeah, I use humor in every situation. It took her a couple minutes to figure out that I wasn't making fun of something. It's just I always use humor to diffuse things.
He said this went from an inappropriate conversations to emotional ones, but I'm so glad. Well, this is the men's channel that he had already started. He is also like a coach, and he actually had or has individual people that he actually has coaching sessions with. And that was another thing I found attractive about him is that I figured he was smart and he knew.
She said like she found the men's channel and watched all the videos, and I was like, shit. That's it. Oh well.
And one of the things I want to do is be able to help people with my story too. I'm not sure how to do that yet, but at least I feel like if I come on here and we talk, and you never know if you say the right thing to one person, you could change a life. So
yeah.
So emotional ones, but I'm still glad, David. I can relate. Tough in my case. I can't cry or feel emotions. I did not cry at my grandparents' funeral and got blasted for it. David, I'm 56 and my soulmate is probably pushing the pool door at a buffet in Kazakhstan. David, I can cry. Heck, sad movies can make me cry if I let them. I'm Irish, so naturally depressed.
Yeah, Brother Gene is Irish.
Man, I lost Snow almost 20 years ago as an adult who has lost many people, and I think about her every day. I guess that's an animal?
Yeah.
Oh, there.
Was a white pit.
Snow was a white pit, English Bulldog mix, super smart, like eerily smart.
Yeah.
Uncle Rico's an inspiration, guys, mentally living in a senior year of high school while physically limited to his van. Aside from house sitting with Kip and Napoleon, still gets his soulmate at the end. Patel, after my brother passed in 2017, I had many people at my temple that I thought were friends bailed on me. They just didn't get the grief because maybe no one went through the hurt my brother went through.
Right. Yeah, you never know what to expect from people. I've learned that in my life, that's for sure.
The story within the story, not just about Napoleon and Kip. Going back to adult conversations, recently went to Colombia and got with some ladies of the night. The old me would not do it, but took a risk. Surprisingly, they are good listeners.
That's interesting. But Colombia, I mean, yeah, I mean, you don't like Latin women, though. So.
Who?
You. I thought you said you weren't into Latin women.
The other day, on the channel, I said Sophia, whatever.
Oh, that's right. Vergara.
Better looking than.
Then, you said, then who was the other one that we're talking about?
Oh, God, I'm having an old people moment.
Yeah. We'll just go back to the chat. We'll remember.
Patel Ron. Eventually in 2020, I found Better Bachelor's channel.
Oh, yeah.
Learned about narcissism and people's nature, and I learned so much from him, and that's why I became a supporter of this channel. I'm into whatever women will let me be, David said. Back to inappropriate.
Yeah, Patel, I found started seeing Better Bachelor stuff about 2 years ago, I want to say, when he was a lot smaller on YouTube back then. But once you get into the algorithm, you're in good shape.
while we want this channel to be Inappropriate Conversations, if you want to talk about stuff that goes over the line, or some people, and this is good to have a chat where people who are more easily offended just know that they need not even come here, because we're talking about, like when we talk about things like, for me with the women, the fact that I believe that the downfall of the family was, when women decided to go out and work and they weren't home for the kids when they got home from school and taking care of their husbands. And a lot of women don't want to hear that. So if you're easily offended, this is a place where we can talk freely, and everybody's okay to have you can have your own opinion. And it's okay we can agree to disagree. And it's okay here. So. I'm into whatever women. Okay.
Yeah.
I participated in a red light district interlude just so I didn't have to be the one having to perform for once. It was a mentally relaxing experience and physically gratifying.
Oh boy. Kazuma says Latin women are a double-edged sword, good and bad listeners at the same time, but I find they're more loving than American women. Well, yeah, more what's the word I'm looking for? Volatile. Yeah. More, not necessarily emotional, but like you said, a little bit more loving. And that, it's from how they're raised with their families, right? It's a totally different experience, growing up in a full Latin family. My uncle married 2 Latin women. He married the first one, and then he annoyed the hell out of her to where she left, and he had to go find another one. And very different, the 2 of them. The one woman was real strong, real independent, didn't take a lick of nothing from him. And then when she decided that they were getting divorced, he went out and found a very soft-spoken, submissive Latin woman that calls him puppy. So, yeah.
Poppy.
Poppy. Yes, puppy.
Not puppy.
Hey, puppy.
Poppy.
Whatever you want, puppy. Yeah, like that.
And my son's married to a girl from Mexico, and family is super important. According to them.
Yeah.
Like, very important. Like, it's a whole thing to get the family together.
Yeah.
Patel Ryan to David, my faith in God has never left. I just don't want to be someone I'm not for egotistical purposes or my personal gain. And then he asked David if he visited Amsterdam or Sydney.
Yeah, I almost got to go to Amsterdam when I was in the military.
Oh, for the love of God.
But I didn't. I wasn't.
Probably have babies running around.
I would probably. Hey, now I don't have babies running around anywhere. I was a little angel. I was a perfect angel. I was a virgin when we met.
Oh, Kazuma said the issue I have when women started becoming independent, they focus too much on their career that led to setting their bar so high they want a guy above their level.
Yeah.
So
yeah. All right, Goat Slayer.
I was a fan of it, but I didn't hate it either. She put in the work and her cash.
Oh my God.
Thank you for sharing. I love it.
That's awesome.
Oh, David has been to Amsterdam, but Frankfurt has a way better red light district. Germany, a sex-crazed place, or at least was back in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, that's where Brother Gene was. He got stationed in Frankfurt for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I want to do Australia, but so far away. The best part of my training tour in Germany was hands down the local bar food cooked and the fresh beer.
Oh,
Freaking
wow.
amazing.
Wow.
David, take back the vote and get y'all and burkas and everything will be great.
Oh boy. Not touching that one.
Patel at Kazuma. The past few years I have had female supervisors at work. It's like oil and water.
Yeah.
I'm happy for a male supervisor.
What about you? You've only worked for male supervisors, or do you have a female supervisor ever?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what'd you find for the difference?
The women are more like power trippy.
Power trippy. Yeah.
The guys are just like cool, relaxed. You know, women are just like not very nice sometimes. Plus, women have hormone issues. They get stressed out easier than men, I think, sometimes.
Right.
Especially in a leadership position.
Trying to think. I don't think I've had female supervisors. I haven't had that many jobs outside of the military and working for my parents.
That's okay, because we're here for the donut comments, as well as if we can help somebody, or if you guys have other things you want to talk about, or I know it's a men's channel, but if there's anything that you want to ask for like a woman's point of view, I'm here. If you want to talk about anything, from a woman's perspective. So anything you want to talk about, that's why we're here.
Goat Slayer. You can, yeah, you gotta get Kyle drunk again at the game.
You can now say you know something about me that nobody else does.
That's wild. Yeah, well, she knows all my deep dark secrets, but that's what we did the first at least 3 months of the relationship, is we would just tell all our stories. And she would be like, "You won't believe what I did," and I'd be like, "I can beat that. I can beat that." And we went back and forth, and we're not going to give specifics, but it really is debatable who did worse. I think
it was the
like
naughtiest story. Not naughty, but
we've
morally.
We've both done some pretty, like, damn, you did that things. Yeah. What happened? Chat disconnected? Oh, we're back? Okay, we're back. That was weird.
Donna, ding, ding, ding. What do we have for her, Johnny?
That must have been in one of your responses to what you said earlier. Yeah.
I guess it was about the supervisor thing.
Oh, yeah.
My GM, a short guy, like really short, so has a bit of a Napoleon.
Oh, okay.
My first husband, but he's okay. Did you the teacher that slept with? Did you hear about the teacher that slept with her student? He dumped her, and she became obsessed with him and only wanted him. Ugh.
Jeez.
Now that's crazy. My scariest experience with female coworkers was after an
IED.
Yeah. Had a convoy we were security for. She only had to hold a flashlight while we hooked up a tow bar. Oh. She couldn't hold the light on or still. I got on a plane once, and I was thinking that I would be afraid to fly if I had found out the pilot wasn't.
Right? So David's got a question for you.
Where we at? When you all wear thongs, does it make your butt? No. If your butt itches, you need to go see somebody about that.
And then he says mine doesn't. Maybe that's just me.
Oh, God. I guess you have to give up the thongs. Yeah. Or go see somebody about that.
Yeah.
Might be one of them other things you got into there, David. Had a female supervisor at my last job tell me the only reason you have your job is because you're productive. Oh, that's nice. I have never heard anyone tell me that, let alone a 30-ish female.
Right.
I took their money Bailed.
Yeah, that's wild.
Rude. I never understood the double standard. Female teacher students relationship. Guys praise it. Other way around, we judge it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how to say it other than there is a double standard there. You know, I can't. Of course, it depends on the age of kids and all of that. But I've seen some like women that were like 22 years old getting in trouble for getting with a guy that's 17, and 17-year-old boy ain't exactly most any of his brothers are going to be shaking his hand, congratulating him. You know what I mean? But do it the other way around, you go to jail. You go to jail quick.
Yeah, they freak out, especially like older men with younger women.
Yeah.
I never understood the double standard. Okay. One thing I don't understand about women, they want a guy that's over 6 foot and fit. But you say, I want a skinny girl with big boobs, they get mad and call you sexist.
That's your question.
It's not a question.
It's not a question?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I was understanding of her being scared as my vehicle was personally being blown up twice during the first deployment. So I handled her with white gloves, but inside I was infuriated that she was capable.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds I'm trying to think. I don't think I've known a woman that I would put my hands in, that I would feel comfortable in that position with, like in a wartime situation like that. And it just comes with the territory, you know. No, God, I can't think of any. I mean, my mom, my sister, not. I love them to death, but they're weaker women. When my dad dies, I know it's going to be a mess. That's going to be something for me to help with. And I just think it's how we're just wired that way, and things have been forced upon us, especially the last 20, 30 years. I mean, if you went to school in the 80s, like 90% of the stuff that we got taught then, like now, it's all ass backwards. Like they taught us all, don't judge people by the color of their skin. And now everybody was supposed to what is that? The oppression Olympics, and what's the other is, forget not just the gender thing, but just like politics. I didn't know nothing about, I didn't know anything about politics when I was 15, 16 years old, 17 years old.
We still
in
don't.
High school. And
I avoid that.
Yeah, but the point is like kids now, they're all involved with which side they're on at a ridiculously early age. Go ahead.
Ghost Slayer. Mary Kay Letourneau was not a highly coveted situation. It's only now all these teachers are hot and mentally whacked. Cheating on their families. David said, don't ask, don't tell.
Right.
My checkbox is better than your checkbox.
Zeus says, I always wondered how the older generation can go 50 years together. And in this age, you're lucky if you last 5.
Yeah.
Well, opportunity. I talk with her about this all the time. I said, Facebook's evil.
We do.
Because, like, the example, a couple months ago, we're sitting there at home, and we show each other everything because, and some girl that I had sex with when I was 16 years old that I knew way back in the day in Miami had looked me up and friend requested me on Facebook. we weren't like boyfriend, girlfriend. We weren't in a relationship. There had never been any contact. But she remembered me enough to almost 40 years later, like be friend requested me on Facebook. And so the point to the question about 50 or 5 is because the opportunity for infidelity is just impossibly there. Everybody that you meet, the old, especially as you get older, like you get to our age, and you get all this one from high school and this one from college, and these are the people I grew up with, and this one and that one and their brother and because freaking Facebook and social media, anybody from anybody's past can just be like, hey, yo, hit the DMs, how you doing? Been thinking about you. And all it takes is the one time when whoever got the message is pissed off at the other person, and that's it. And then the stuff gets hidden, even if they're not having a sexual affair. The stuff starts to get hidden behind people's back, and you can't make it last that way.
I think the older you wait to is the better, because you're going to change so much when you're 20s, when you're 30s, when you're in your 40s. And when you're young like that and you have a partner, you guys have to grow together and go through all those changes that you're going to go through. You're going to be completely different people probably at each decade of your life. You know? And what you were like in your 20s, your likes are going to change, and you guys hopefully will like the same things as you get older, and you have to just try to grow together to stay together that long.
Yeah, that's true. Why is he doing that?
One of the oldest examples of writing was found a few years back, and they finally deciphered it. Do you know what was written? They complained about how the younger generation had no respect. 5,000 years ago, LOL, the more
things change. That's funny.
I find it funny. I see kids now saying he or she is my soulmate, and next day they have someone new. All the people I knew in high school, only to stay with their sweetheart to this day.
Yeah. Do I know anybody?
It's Mike and Gemma. They've been together since high school, and they were, like I was telling you the other day, they always hung out together. They liked each other. They were like best friends. I really think that friendship, after being with you and seeing how different it is than everyone else, I just think that friendship aspect, the fact that I love sports. Hockey's my favorite.
Right.
Imagine trying to be with somebody who really didn't like sports.
Oh, I can imagine. Yes. I actually can imagine that. Yeah.
The fact that you like things in common and like hanging out and doing those things together, it just helps so much when you guys are friends.
Yeah, it sounds cliche, but it's not. When you have the difference between, a relationship where you're just kind of tolerating each other, after a period of time, versus being with somebody where you just the little shit that bothers you with the other people, it don't bother you anymore. Or if it does, you're like, whatever. You know what I mean? They
don't sweat the small stuff. Takes a whole new meaning.
Yeah, don't sweat the small stuff. It does. That's for sure.
David said, y'all break up way different than I did. Absolutely not one of my exes would DM me. And if they did, I'd block them. Cray attracts cray.
Yeah.
So I think especially as a man, you can't worry about what other people think. Social media, and just do what makes you happy. Life goes quick. Make the most of it. That's a good way to think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to end up life partners with a small block V8. The heart and soul of 2014 Stingray. No emotion back. Just an acoustic tune that mentally soothes and makes me happy in my pants.
That's awesome.
Hockey babe is standard, not a pretend one, but one that actually will watch the games and enjoy it.
Yeah.
The hardest thing is falling in love with your best friend. It can break or make the relationship.
Yeah, if you start off as friends.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Don't they say like be friends first or something? But
well,
the chemistry, the sexual attraction has to be there. So there's that. So
yeah, I don't. I mean, if you have chemistry with someone and you're purposely saying, let's just wait a little while before we have sex, that's one thing. But if there's no chemistry and you're friends, and then one person develops chemistry, then that's where it starts to get it gets a little dicey. But I can't speak from experience from that. It's never happened to me. What I'm thinking about.
David, okay, we delve deep. I only ever dated crazy chicks because I never felt worthy of love and never wanted to take a real chance. Probably stems from childhood, but
Yeah.
Now I know I'm worthy, but been through the ringer so much, unwilling to get burned again.
Yeah, I mean, look, Donna knows the things I've seen and participated in. And I'll let you answer this question. Like, what percentage, and you know how I feel and so don't worry about me, but what percentage of women are actually truly trustworthy? And then what percentage of those women are actually with a man that can bring out that trustworthiness? Like, how rare do you feel truthfully?
I think women honestly cheat more than men because women have all these emotional needs that need to be met. And they tend to step out because their husband doesn't do romantic things for them, or he doesn't tell her she's beautiful every day, and the first Tom, Dick, and Harry that comes along that's giving her these compliments and stuff, and she's not feeling good about herself in a relationship.
Right.
She's going to go over here. Men, they're simple. You have sex with them, you feed them.
Blowjobs and cheeseburgers, like David said.
They're pretty damn happy and they have everything they need. But women have all these emotional needs that need to be met. So,
yeah.
That answered the question.
That answered the question pretty much.
But I wanted to tell David, that reminded me that when I had 2 years between my last relationship was 7 years. And I said I've always been a relationship hopper. So I decided I was going to give myself at least a year from my 7-year relationship till I got a new person. And in that time, I did a lot of self-work on stuff because I was attracting those kind of people that I didn't like. So I decided I was going to fix whatever it was, and I was going to attract different this time, which I did, because he's totally not usually someone that I would, because he's nice and he's not the typical puffed up kind of narcissistic a-holes that I would typically be attracted to. Like, my dad was an alcoholic. I was used to being treated like crap, and I didn't feel worthy of love either. I was like, well, if your own parent can't love you, then why should these people love me? And then, since you like God, one of the scriptures that I kept repeating was, you are perfectly and wonderfully made. You are perfectly and wonderfully made. So that kind of helped me too feel better. Whenever I started feeling like I wasn't good enough or I wasn't worthy of love, I would always repeat that scripture too, to help me be in a better place. And I did a lot of like inner child work from, that childhood junk that you tend to, apparently in your 50s, you can still be carrying that crap around with you. Mm-hmm. But if you want to attract different, you got to do the self work to figure out why you're attracting the people that you're attracting, if that makes sense. Now, I know I've been with Marley, but I've been through the ringer. I confessed to my closest female friend years ago since her mom told me she likes you. Turns out it was the opposite. She ended up hooking up with a bad boy. Stop talking to me.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't understand. Like I told you, like I remember being worried that I would get bored.
Right.
When you're in a crazy home life when you're young too, you're also used to drama.
Right.
And you don't know what to do. You don't even know what a healthy...
Yeah, the stability scares you.
Yeah, you don't even know what a healthy relationship looks like. So
Right.
You'll literally just keep seeking out those relationships that have drama and craziness because it's what you know.
Right.
One of the craziest stories is a soccer player named Kaka. His wife left him for the trainer. When asked why, she said he was too perfect for me and I needed something else. My jaw dropped. Like, really?
Yeah. Look, she knows this. So, I was a massage therapist for a long time. And how can I put this? It don't matter. Like 99% of the women had one of the same 4 complaints about their husbands. Work too much, don't work enough, won't give me enough sex, wants too much sex. Across the board, they all had one of those 4 complaints. And of course, the ones that the man was always at work, they were in, 3,000 square foot McMansions with a Hummer in the driveway.
But that's not enough.
It wasn't enough.
Because she wants to be told she's beautiful.
Right. It wasn't enough.
She wants him to bring flowers and she wants to go out to romantic dinners here and there and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But he's like, oh, I give you this nice car to drive. I give you this nice house to live in. Job done.
Yeah. That's you can only do what you can do as a man. It's not what I was able to pull off in my younger days when staying home with the kids and making a good living from home and all of that. It's rare. Back then, it's not as rare now, but I'm talking about from late 1999. I was working from home selling on eBay, and so situation for me was a little bit different because I was both not working too much but making enough money, but I was home. So, but I got lucky. You know what I mean? Like most guys, if you're gonna make a ton of money to support the wife and kids, you're gonna be gone from the house all the time. And if that ever happens to you and you're gone all the time like that, recommendation that I can have for you is don't let her hire a man to come to the house and give her a massage while you're at work. That's the best advice. Now, most of you probably didn't need that advice, but I'm just letting you know, don't let it happen. Trust me when I tell you. Come on.
All right, David, I lived 40 years thinking the most important thing was to be the meanest, toughest guy in the room, no matter what. Stupid way to live, and again, God saved me from it, even though I didn't deserve it. It's wild to consider for me, and yes, I understand about attracting the wrong folks. LOL. Dominic says, Dominic. Opposites do not attract. That is definitely true.
That is true.
They say that, and that might be fun in the beginning, but if you're looking for the long haul person, yeah. I think that you want someone who's like you.
Yeah. Yep.
Tom Brady was left. That says it all.
Yeah.
No, that's what I was
Right.
thinking. And
Right.
who splits up with Giselle? God also took my alcohol and cocaine and nicotine addictions away. The first two over 10 years ago. The cigs almost 4 months now. It's all him. I am not that strong. Amen.
Good job, buddy.
I think that would make a good book. Confessions of a Male Masseur.
Yeah, well, that's where the confessions of the male massage therapist videos came from. But I got to the point where I realized if I started telling the actual stories, the women would be identifiable, because
There's Rosado.
I met many of the husbands, and just by the location, by where the location I was living in, it's easily researchable by my own massage number. And if I told any of the stories and the husbands heard the stories, they would be like, hey, wait a minute, that sounds like my house. That was my wife. That was my dog. Wait, what's this story about? It's not a good idea, unfortunately. I would have to change the stories around to make them kind of fake. I guess I could tell stories based on the real story, but Donna knows the real stories. They're good, but I don't know if I could tell them. Probably not.
Cake.
I don't know who Cake is. No.
Mind you, Cake is a millionaire, and that was the first woman he slept with, and still, maybe it's Kate. I don't know.
Maybe it's Kate.
With, and still she left for someone making less. Probably told her she was beautiful. I just make sure to say that in case anyone thinks they can't make it or can't do it. Don't quit before the miracle happens. Very good advice.
Hey, that's Rosado.
Yeah, so Mr. Rosato's here.
Yeah, how you doing,
Just got
buddy?
back from Epcot. This kid's always happy.
Mm-hmm.
I was most miserable and suicidal when I had the most money.
Mm.
Also, super addicted. But I know. I had the most money, also super addicted, but I know if I'm short a few bucks, I look back and laugh. Rosado, you don't want to know what's going on in the bathroom.
Was Kazuma asking?
Jaws, did you ever feel that your wife would cheat on you when deployed? I see that a lot with military people. You weren't married.
So the answer to that question is about 75% of my clients, 50 to 75% of my clients were military wives. That's the answer to the question.
But you weren't married when you were deployed.
What? I wasn't married when I was in the military, no. But I seen some.
Did you ever feel your wife would cheat?
I never looked. I'm sure they exist, and there could be one that's going to watch this video. But I have never met a wife, a military wife, that was faithful. I don't know if they exist. I'm sure that they do. I've never met one. Brother Gene's never met one. And Brother Gene did 5 tours and was in for 25 years.
You have any trust whatsoever in the female species?
I mean, I never met one.
Mythical says that did happen to me. I worked way too hard 10 years ago. All it did was cause stress, lost my social life, and had no hobbies. I'm so much happier now with a balance.
Yep.
My fishing partner is a girl. She can cast net and fish like a beast. LOL. Going out Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
If she can cast net, because I can't throw a cast net. Okay, I'll go fishing with a Sasquatch if he can throw a cast net, because then you got bait.
Yes, David, that's Rosado. It's okay, Jaws. No one watched anyway.
That's actually not true, Rosado. Those videos all have several hundreds of views. They've been actually all this time that the other videos stopped moving. the massage therapist videos all have like 300, 400, 500 views on them. So if I ever kept doing it, eventually they might catch on, and then I'd have a problem. I'd be stuck.
David said there's also a thing called the statute of limitation. Might want to check on that before telling stories.
Well, yeah, I think I'm safe there. What was that? What am I, 54? So it's definitely been over 10, 12, 13 years. 14, yeah, 13, 14 years, somewhere in there since my last rendezvous, we'll call it.
Ghost Slayer said I got Dear John on my second deployment. When I got home in person, not over the phone, internet, or letter. I rode my sport bike looking over the front wheel, not caring, but my luck, it would hurt.
So Goat Slayer, Brother Gene did five tours. I'll leave out the whole long thing that led to it. But when he came home from his last tour, his wife had another man living at the house and had used all his wartime pay on drugs and swinger parties and had never paid the mortgage, the electricity bill, the water bill, nothing. She took all the money and spent it on drugs and parties, and had another dude living at the house with his kids there.
Is Brother Gene right with you telling one of these stories?
Yeah, he knows. Yeah, no, he knows. Yeah, he's yeah. I wouldn't tell it if he wasn't. Yeah.
Sorry, late. A lot of gummies.
Yeah.
He came prepared the way we should be for inappropriate conversations.
Yeah.
David, a lot of good people there. Investigatory work on my behalf. Within 2 weeks, I realized she had cheated. Shortly before I came home for mid-tour leave, 6 months of my deployment. Let me believe for a year she was faithful. Wasn't true.
Yeah.
My brother throws better than me, but I usually outfish him. LOL. Rosado said those are interesting videos.
Yeah.
Off topic, we need more people from the hockey channel to sub here to get you monetized.
Yeah, I gotta work on putting out more content for sure. But yeah.
And we were gonna do these on a regular basis over here, just in case people want to talk about anything. Pretty much, it doesn't have to be inappropriate. It could be just something that's on your mind.
Right. And some of the it's my inappropriateness. I'm the one telling stories,
and I usually say crazy things. So it's just more for people who are a little on the easily offended side to have kind of a warning that if you're like that, you might not want to come in here.
Right. Last couple here. Kazuma.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Poor Brother Gene. When's the wedding anyway?
We're not sure.
Good thing I'm here to prepare for it. I got offered once $10K by a lesbian coworker to marry her for papers. Since marrying a Cuban expedites your visa, I thought about it, but didn't go through with it. Now I'm crying.
No, I forgot about the $10K. Yeah. Damn.
Ghost Slayer, my money was depleted into Roxy's and her nights out with him.
Yep.
Trusted someone I never thought would actually take from me. She was from a well-off family in the Bel Air Clearwater area. Where's she at? I'll take that. I don't know, David. It's over 10 years. Thought I would be calling her.
Oh my God.
Shit, if her and her friends swing both ways, I'll do it for $5.
Oh shit. Our families both thought we were getting married when I got back, and she threw it away. Damn, man. I'm sorry, Ghost Slayer.
God, y'all been through it like us.
Right? Yeah. if your friend was cheating on their girlfriend or wife or vice versa, and you're good friends with them, would you tell them? Seems like everyone follows the code and keeps it hush. If my friend was cheating on their girlfriend or wife, and a girl, well, it depends on who I was friends with first, right?
Right.
Because either way, you're screwing over a friend.
Yeah, bros before hoes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and sometimes they won't believe you.
No, you never.
They'll think you're making it up.
Never accuse anybody of anything without proof.
Right.
Never. Ever, ever.
They'll be like, no.
Ever, ever, ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
So that could happen.
Accused.
They'll get mad at you.
Without proof. Screenshots and proof.
Some people will still deny screenshots.
Yeah, and some people will deny the screenshots. They will. They will. Or they'll just, where'd you get those? Why are you looking at my stuff? It's like, you realize you was trying to have me murdered, okay? I'm glad that I looked at your emails there, dipshit. Okay? This isn't about me looking at your emails. It's about the plan that you try to get me murdered. You're hiring people on Fiverr and Craigslist. You still shouldn't be looking at my emails. Oh, my God.
That's not the point.
That's not the point, Karen. All right. I think we're getting ready to go. We're ready to go. It's been a long day for me. I've been on camera all day. I'm ready to hit it. Well, that's not exactly what I meant to say.
Pete's sake, I'm ready to hit it. That's the members only.
It's definitely time for me to get off camera now. All right, everybody. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Really had fun with you guys. We'll do this again really soon. And
a hot billionaire.
yeah, that's what we need.
Sleep well, take a nightcap.
Yep. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow at noon.
Thank you for showing up.
Yep. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. We'll see you later.
Good night.
Night.